All right. Let's make sure everybody knows. And I have to get rid of that.
Hey, can I test something really quick?
Absolutely, because we got dead air right now.
I want to see if I do this. Okay, let me just screen share really quick just to see if it shows up for you. Okay, so if I do this, is that too big?
No, definitely not too big. Nothing's too big.
Okay, so you can see it okay?
It's
okay.
Perfect, yeah.
Okay, I'll do it that way then. Okay, cool. Okay.
Okay, so basically I just have to look down at this number and see if it's rising. I'm getting used to this platform here. Okay, so we have 35 viewers, so we got some people coming on. All right, it takes a minute for that baby to show up. Okay, I'm going to give us 2 more minutes just to give people some time to get on, and then we'll get started. So, dead air. Is there a chat box anywhere? Yes, there it is. Brittany said, this is fun. I think that Mindy couldn't see the chatters last time, so they may be there. Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started to respect everybody's time, and I know that a lot of people are going to start filtering on, but I just wanted to say, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for tuning into these calls, for showing up in the group every single day, engaging, answering the questions, doing the assignments. It makes all the difference. Mindy and I decided to do this group for you guys because we wanted to make sure that we were pouring everything we had into you guys to give you every chance at success. And I'm happy to see that you guys are doing this thing. Tonight, we have a very, very special person who is near and dear to my heart, somebody who I've looked up to since the day she joined this business. I was kind of like, who's this girl? She come up in here knowing all this stuff. It was amazing. And she said something at the very first time I heard her ever speak, and it was saying that she did the research. And talking to me, I was like, research? That's not what I'm all about. But over the 2 years that I've watched her grow and flourish in this business, I'm like, okay, maybe research is where it's at. And it's just one thing that I highly respect about her. She is able to talk to any personality type. She's able to speak into each person that I've ever watch her, and it's just a joy to know her. She's got a laundry list of recognition things, and I'm going to take you through some of them. She is a dedicated wife and the mom to a few little fur babies, 2, a cat and a dog. She is a 2-time elite coach. She is a 2014 top 10 coach. She's currently ranked number 6 in the company. She is a Success Club All-Star legend, meaning that it has been 24 months consecutive of Success Club. And she's only been a coach for like 28, so she's probably got all 28. And yeah, just a coach for over 2 years. So that's pretty incredible. And before you go comparing yourself, don't even do that. I just want you to look to her for inspiration because she's phenomenal. I am so pleased to introduce our Brittany LeGette to the team call. Thanks, love.
Yay! Can you guys hear me? Is this okay, Linz? Are we good? Okay, awesome. Wow, this is fun. So this is a new format for me, so I'm learning, but thank you so much, Lindsay. When Lindsay said that Mindy and Lindsay wanted me to join you guys tonight, I was like, of course, I'd love to. I've adored from afar and respected Mindy for a long time, since her YouTube days. She probably doesn't even know that. That's probably a little creepy, but anyway. And then Lindsay Stay was my first, you guys know Lindsay Stay, she's welcoming. She just is all-inclusive, and she was the first coach that kind of welcomed me into like my first success partner group. And so I think I was like a 1-star diamond at that point. I had no clue about right leg, left leg. I didn't know what I was doing, but she welcomed me in with open arms, and man, it was just such a cool experience. So anyways, I'm really honored to be on this call with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and screen share because I have a few slides. So let me make sure I do this right here, screen share. I am gonna talk to you guys tonight about onboarding. Let's see, I'm gonna go big here. Okay, so I wanna talk about onboarding, starting coaches off right, and then I also kind of wanna touch at the end, just about like helping these coaches see success. So I'm just gonna hop right in if that's okay. Lindsay kind of wrapped it up. I'm a wife and a fur mom, no kids yet. We live in Virginia. My husband's in the military. He just got back from deployment about 4 weeks ago now. So Beachbody's been the best blessing in our lives by far. So that's a whole nother call, but I am so thankful for an opportunity like this to practice. I'm an introvert, so this is a little scary for me still, but it's fun to practice. And like I said on my Facebook, it's weird how that fear kind of turns into fun when you consistently step outside of your comfort zone and you kind of challenge yourself. So anyways, thank you guys for this opportunity, for showing up and being here with me. So hopefully I'll help you in some way or encourage you tonight. So you know, I'm excited to share some really simple things that I implement in my business with every single coach that joins my team. My team's name is Dynasty United. You know, I know how it feels to be that leader with a new coach and having no clue what to do with them. You're like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what's too much. I don't know what's too little. I want to be a good leader, but I don't want to suffocate them. I remember that vividly. And so let me put you at ease. You know, remember that it's not your responsibility as a sponsor to make your coach successful. You know, the most important role that you have as a sponsor is to be that person, to be that voice that says you can do this, to be that voice that says I believe in you and implement what you learn. You're not responsible solely for their success or their failure. So Beachbody has countless resources for us. You guys know that, but we're not cookie cutter people. And so as your business grows and you get a feel for your style of leadership and the culture of your team, personalize your resources and make them your own. So that's kind of what I'm going to talk about a little bit tonight, how I've made them my own, and maybe it'll inspire you or support you. Maybe you're already doing these things, or maybe it'll inspire you to make a few things your own. You know, so over the past, I guess, like Lindsay's basically right, I think it's 28 months, so 2.5-ish years, I've taken the Beachbody cookie cutter resources, and one by one, slowly but surely, I've made them my own. And so as you're most likely aware of, one of your most valuable assets in your life is your time. And so if you're spending time on one area of life, you're likely having to take time away from another. And, you know, in some cases, it's a no-brainer, and really it's not that painful. All of us can go without TV. We can go without scrolling on Pinterest. Even socializing from time to time on the weekends, that's not really that painful. But as we're building our business, when you start talking about taking time away from our families, when you start talking about taking time away from spending with the people that we adore in order to build our business, that can get a little bit sensitive. And so I want to talk to that. I want to speak to that. I'm 100% all in for spending time building a business that is going to bless my family for generations. I just need to know for sure that the time I spend in the short run is going to pay off in the long run. So before I spend my time on something, I'm asking myself these two questions. And the questions might be different for you, but these are the most important things to me. Before I spend my time on something, I'm asking myself one of two things. One, is this thing that I'm spending my time on, is it going to create a valuable resource for my team and their teams? And number two, this thing that I'm spending my time on, is this going to contribute to my vision of community? So I'm not sure if I've shared with you before, but a big thing in my life and my heart is that my team is a team that has a specific culture, and that culture is a welcoming, positive, uplifting community. Above all else, challenge packs, top 10, whatever, I care about the community that I'm investing in and that I'm helping to build. At the end of the day, in 3 years from now, I want our team to be a community that uplifts people. So when I'm spending my time on a business activity, I'm going to ask myself, is this going to contribute to my vision of community? And if the answer is no, then I'm going to reevaluate. And if the answer is yes, then I'm going to stay up all night and do whatever it takes to get it done and to do it in such a way that I'm proud of it. So it's weird because I can't tell that I'm good to go. I hope I'm still good. I think I'm good. So here's the rundown of my onboarding system here. So I guess let me pause for a second and tell you a secret. Like Lindsay kind of said, I think one of my biggest quote unquote secret vital behaviors would be that I'm resourceful. So you might see that I do my very best to leave clues all over the place so that my team and my future team can be independent entrepreneurs. So they're building their teams and not waiting for me to answer a Facebook message. So a lot of the things that I'm building, I have that in mind. How can I help my team spread their wings away from me, not depend or rely on me for an answer, but they can still build independently and be strong entrepreneurs building the dynasties and the communities that they want to build. So the first thing that I do is I send them an email the day after they join the team. So my email goes a little something like this in a very paraphrased nutshell. My email will say to this new coach, I'm incredibly honored that you chose me as your coach. This can be a little overwhelming in the beginning, but hang tight. I'm going to be here to partner with you. It's beyond important that you become proof that our products work so that you can share with your friends and family what you're doing without feeling pushy. I'm going to be an open book with you and share all of my resources. I want to know what kind of coach you are. And in that email, I have a link to my YouTube channel that has a video explaining the 3 different types of coaches: a discount coach, a hobby coach, and a business builder. Because I want to make sure that I'm matching their efforts and I'm treating them the way that they intend to build their business. I don't want to treat a hobby coach like a business builder. So I'm asking them the question to identify themselves, what kind of coach would you like to be? Next in the email, I say something like, I'm adding you to our online team community Facebook page. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel for frequently asked questions that I've put on video, and get started on the coach training in the back office. I also have them print the 7-day quick start guide. I tell them to jot down some questions as they go through the training, and then I encourage them to get with me so we can schedule our first one-on-one call. So this is a lot of information, and it's very much paraphrased, but you can see that my email is pretty straightforward. I'm offering a few simple steps so that they can get started at 2 a.m. if they feel like it. They're not relying on me to give them an answer. I want to give them a lot of resources up front so that they independently go through whatever they want to go through at whatever pace they want to go through it. I'm doing my best to encourage independence from the very beginning, like I said, but I don't want to be a boss. And I don't want my team to feel like they have a boss. So every coach of mine, so basically that's the first thing, is the email. I have to minimize this just to make sure like I'm good. Okay, I'm good to go. Okay. Sometimes my internet drops, so I wanted to be sure. Okay. So the first thing is the email. The second thing I do, and I think a lot of coaches do this, is nothing super fancy, but it's a welcome picture. simply just a picture of them. Maybe I slap it into PicMonkey on like a pretty background, or maybe just a black background, just like this. And I have their name on it, and I welcome them to the group, to my Facebook group. My coach family group is what I call it. And so this welcome picture, to me, this supports my vision of community, because I want people to feel like they're a part of the team. I want people to be able to pair a face with a name. And so that's what I do to every new coach that joins my team. And because the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack, my team does that with every coach that they add to the team. So there's a welcome picture. Again, it's very simple. Oftentimes I'm just grabbing their Facebook profile picture, putting it in PicMonkey, putting their name on it, and then putting it in the group. I don't spend more than 5 minutes, probably more like 3 minutes on it. But you know what? I spend the time commenting on every single photo posted in my coach family group, the Facebook page. Even if the new person, the new coach, isn't attached to my personally sponsored coach, even if they're 5 or 6 levels deep, I comment on it myself, welcoming the person. And again, this is not rocket science, and it's not hard to do, but I care about community. And it does take time, yes, but again, I ask myself, does this contribute to my vision of community? And it does, so I do it. And so remember, you set the tone for your team. So since I've been doing this for 2 years, it's a big deal. When a new coach joins our team, it's like 50 people pile on welcoming them. And that's what I want. I want new coaches to feel like they belong immediately, that they're welcome, that there's enthusiasm and excitement. And I think that kind of helps to set the pace for their, just for their journey as a coach. So the next thing that I do, number 3, the next kind of piece of my onboarding is I have a pinned post, which again, a lot of people do. It just took me a little time to figure out what I wanted to do, but I have a pinned post in my groups. And so this essentially it's kind of a long post because it has a lot of information in it, but this essentially is a quick stop for new coaches to reference. So both my PS, my personally sponsored coaches, and my downline can reference this. This is in the coach family group. They can look at this post and be reminded of the most important initial steps. That pinned post goes something like this. Welcome, welcome. We're a family. You have support here. New coaches, don't be intimidated. Work on finding 1 to 3 friends or family to join you in the next challenge group, and join your coach in that group. Grab a personal development. Here are my 2 suggestions. The next thing I say is identify yourself. Are you a discount coach, hobby coach, or are you a business builder? Then I tell them to fill out the 7-day quick start, and I tell them to focus on helping people. Next, I kind of talk about, I say something like, check out this recorded call that I hosted for my new coaches, and I give them the link. It's, a call I did, I think, with Katie Hefner almost 2 years ago, and it's a great resource. I did it one time, and it's paid me back for 2 years. So I then tell them to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because there might be some videos there that may help you in the future. I say something like, see you on our team calls every Thursday night. Here's the link for those team calls. And when you have a question, here's the hierarchy of information. And so again, I'm trying to encourage independence, but also community. So I list this hierarchy of information. When they have a question, this is what I recommend for them to do. Number 1, to research it on their own, to just simply type it, either in the tons of resources we have. So research it yourself. Number 2, use the FAQ in the Coach Lane office. Number 3, Google it. Number 4, live chat. Number 5, post in your team page. And number 6, ask your coach. And so again, I'm not trying to be a meanie like I'm too busy. It's not that at all. I so strongly don't want anybody to rely on my Facebook inbox to get the answer to their question. So I'm constantly just encouraging independence and being resourceful, because I know that it was my superpower. So again, my point here is to encourage community and encourage resourcefulness. So like you saw in my email, I do recommend coaches to get started right away with the Getting Started module and the coach module and the coach training in the Coach Lane office. This gets their feet wet. Again, yeah, the training is a little dry. It's not personalized, but it helps them with the initial things that they need to know, or at least the terms they need to start getting used to. And it prepares them with some knowledge before we hop on our phone call for the one-on-one call. So next step is, if they're interested in building a business, then they're invited to join my 21-day coach training group. This is the group that I partnered with Lindsay Stay and 2 other of our success partners. We emphasize relationship building, conversations, social media posting, resiliency, and follow-up, basically. And it's basically our personalized version of Coach Basics. So you guys, from there, I know I'm going fast, but it's because I have a lot to squeeze into 35 minutes. So hope I'm doing okay. Hope you can hear me okay. So from there, my new coaches partner with me as apprentice coaches for 1 to 2 challenge groups. I hand select my apprentices now, and I take their involvement very seriously. Recently, I revamped my challenge groups to give my challengers a better experience, and so far I really love it. The apprentice coaches post in the group Friday through Sunday, and I'm the main poster Monday through Thursday. But the new coaches as apprentices, they learn to run their own groups by participating in mine, and then I encourage them to branch off in month 2 or 3, and oftentimes they partner with another coach, and that works well. That works really great for both coaches too. So this is sort of like the end of the road with my onboarding system. From here on out, they know how important I believe it is to plug into our team. You know, they are often partnering with success partners at this point in their business, and they're really getting to know the team. Like, this is kind of like where I reflect on my business. This is when I partner with Lindsay Stay and Abby Fix and Brigitte Linford, and this is where my business, I didn't rely on my coach to just mentor me like once a month. You know, I partnered with other people. I found people that I looked up to and that I really wanted to learn from, and I met with them consistently, and that pushed my business further than I could say. So success partnerships, whether it's a partner or a group, is of utmost importance to me. You know, there are a few things that I feel are my responsibility as my team's leader. I didn't do all this in the beginning, of course, but you know, at first I just stumbled through and did my best. But as I practiced and saw what helped my team more, I did more of that. So basically, on a weekly basis, I host team calls, so it's open to my whole team. And then in addition, I host team Zoom calls just for my personally sponsored coaches. And those Zoom calls are on specific topics like coach placement or success club tips or invitation and conversation, stuff like that. On a monthly basis, I host team-wide coach opportunity webinars, sneak peek groups, and my coaches who achieved Success Club the month prior, they have priority in scheduling 30-minute mentorship calls with me once a month. And so this isn't super special. Like I said, it's pretty regular, actually. It just took me a little while to find my rhythm, but this really works for my team. And so the last portion and kind of the bulk of what I wanted to talk about here is I want to share with you Team Success Club qualification from my perspective. So, you know, you may know, or maybe you don't know, but being a top 10 coach is mostly because of your team. I'm sure there's some leadership involved and there's some team building involved, but the team is the biggest part of that, and how many people they are helping, specifically your newer coaches. So me being a top 10 coach is a reflection of how many coaches are helping people how many coaches on my team are helping other people consistently every single month. And, you know, we know one of the major kind of markers to know that people are being helped is Success Club. If a coach is achieving Success Club, you know for sure that they're helping people each month. You know, I used to feel, I'll be really honest right now, I used to feel kind of guilty talking to my coaches about Success Club. I used to ask myself, man, am I making this like all about me? Am I making their Success Club all about me? Am I pushing my goals onto my team? And I felt like I can't work like that. I can't feel like I'm pushing my goals onto somebody else. I don't want to build a team that way. And I thought about it long and hard, and honestly, I went back and forth for weeks and weeks and weeks last year. And you know what? The answer is no. Encouraging my coaches to achieve Success Club has nothing to do with me. That's the bottom line. It has everything to do with their family and their future family. It's the difference maker. Success Club is the difference maker between a stressed out and drowning in debt person versus a person who has freedom to choose, freedom to give, freedom to pay for unexpected life costs as they come up. Success Club is the difference maker between somebody watching other coaches succeed and being the coach that's inspiring others to follow in their footsteps. Man, I can't not talk about that. I know from my personal business journey that Success Club is the #1 businessy thing that I can control and go after every single month. And I know that my time was being well spent because I was helping people, and at the same time, I was preparing for future provisions for my family. So Success Club is worth the time and effort. My first month as a coach, I signed up like in the second month of January, and I think I hit Success Club 9, which I was like so pumped about, which is amazing. You know, I was motivated, I was excited, and my excitement was as a catalyst for success. And then my coach, I had my Getting Started Right call with my coach in February, and she told me, she said, if you're serious about being a successful coach, you need to go for Success Club 10 every single month. And from that point on, I've reached at least 10 Success Club points every single month. And I do believe that that momentum that's been built in my team and my business in a short period of time, it has a lot to do with that, with Success Club 10 every single month. So here's what I found. As a leader, I can encourage my coaches over and over again to hit their Success Club goals. That's helpful, and at times it's very encouraging. But if the team encourages each other to reach their Success Club goals, that's a whole different experience. That's a whole lot more powerful than just me, Brittany LeGette Chamard, encouraging one by one. If the whole team is on board, man, it's like a completely different experience. So, you know, it's like, who wants to hear from one person when they can rally together as a team to reach goals together? I don't know about you, but I would much rather rally with the team. No offense to the person. The person's great, but it's a lot more fun and enjoyable experience to do it together as a team. And, you know, I'm not convinced in the least that I can do a better job of encouraging my entire team than my team can do at encouraging the whole. And I know that for a fact because I've been practicing it for 2 years. So this isn't a plot for success, but this is simply my experience. And again, how the combination of personalities in my team have sort of reacted and responded to this sort of method. So this is simply my experience and the power of community at work. It is way more fun to push towards goals this way. There's a more shared experience. I'll explain what this is in just a second. There's more shared experience when we're doing it together. There's more tips. There's more advice, more just different points of, just different lifestyles being represented, more understanding, and also friendly competition, which can't be harmful, you know. So not to mention, I'm only one person. I can't possibly work one-on-one. Oh, sorry. Can you guys hear me okay? Sorry. Got a little carried away. Sorry, I just want to make sure we're okay. Okay, we're good. Sorry, okay. Okay, so, let's see. Okay, so basically, I'm sorry, you guys. I totally got thrown off. My bad, Lens. Okay, so I'm only one person. You guys are only one person as you're leading your teams. You can't possibly work one-on-one with everybody. You know, I can't possibly work one-on-one with everybody, and make sure that they're getting the best of me. But, you know, what I can do is give the best of me and all of me to my team as a whole. And so this is how I do this. First, you know, my personally sponsored page, team page, wasn't always a raging success. It was super quiet for a long time, actually, and it took months and months and months of consistent, valuable, personalized posting. So if your team page isn't really that active, don't worry. It can build. It will build, and everyone starts like that. So my team rallies together, though, every single month to reach Success Club goals and to help the amount of people that they want to help. So basically, you know, not everybody will push. Not everybody wants Success Club. It's not in line with everybody's goals. Not everybody reaches their goal every month, but everybody learns something from our community coming together like this. They learn that they have a team to rely on. They learn that they have people that they can count on. They have people who push them to go from good to great. Instead of just accepting good enough, they push themselves to do a little bit better. You know, maybe they hit Success Club 5 and they see, you know, Sarah here with 22 points. They're like, you know what, I'm going to go for Success Club 10. And then before you know it, they achieve something that they never even knew that they could achieve because they saw somebody else doing it. And they're like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. They learn that they have people who push them. And you know, that is a good thing. You know, they have people that are just like them, whether it's a new coach, a coach that's been around for 3 months, a coach that's been around for a year, people just like them modeling consistency, resiliency, and tenacity. I believe that this gives people more courage to go for their own goals even the following month because they see this happening. So this is like an example of a check-in. So I post Success Club check-ins all the time, usually once a week during the month. And it's just so much fun to recognize people for their hard work. It gives the team a chance to publicly pronounce what their goals are for the month because I ask them. You know, in the post, I'll say something like, who's still in the game here? Who is still wanting to help 3 people this month? And so then they post below. You know, it gives people a chance to publicly pronounce their goal. And, you know, that makes it a lot more real. When we say it out loud or we type it in front of other people, we're like, oh, gosh, there's a layer of accountability there. And it makes them see what they're made of a little bit. It gives people an opportunity to hold one another accountable because I encourage them to challenge somebody. This is something we do every few months. I have them tag someone to hold them accountable. Like, hey, Allie, how many? I will achieve 12 Success Club points this month. What is your goal? And then Allie will respond back, Brittany, I will achieve 12 Success Club points. Carrie, what is your goal? And it encourages us as a team to celebrate hard work. And honestly, it's regardless of the outcome. Many coaches finish at 3 points, 2 points, 1 point, whatever. It's not like this is foolproof, or it's not like they're fools. That was a bad way to put it. It's not like this is like completely perfect and everybody is, bringing in 50 Success Club points a month, but it celebrates and reinforces the behaviors that it takes to get there. And in the end, we care about helping people. That's the goal. And these points are simply proof of that. So the first 2 weeks of the month, I'm heavily focused on my own Success Club goals because I can't effectively lead and encourage my team to lock in their goals if I haven't done it myself. Something I learned early on is the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. And so I have to do my part too. The last 2 weeks of the month, I'm sometimes still locking in my points for the month, but I'm usually totally focused on team building and team support or encouragement. This is the time of the month where I'm hunting for great posts to share on my team page. I'm highlighting my personally sponsored coaches who are posting great content, great graphics, great ideas, or just pure consistency. I'll say, hey, you guys, check out Sarah's recent post. I love how she put the graphic this way, or I love her wording for this. It gives people ideas. When the team is rallying together, trying to reach their goals, sometimes all they need is a little inspiration to spark something in their own mind to help them get closer to their own goal. I share examples from top coaches, videos on specific topics that would encourage many. And, oftentimes I'm sharing like motivational videos or inspirational personal development videos to help fill the team back up because they're working so hard. When we're shooting for Success Club, you guys know, we hear a lot of no's and that gets like really, kind of negative. So I try my best to, when I'm feeling that in my team as the leader, I'm trying to find stuff that is going to encourage and uplift the team. And at this time, if I haven't heard from one of my personally sponsored coaches that I know is trying to hit Success Club, this would be the time that I personally reach out to them. But 9 times out of 10, everyone who wants to hit Success Club that month is participating in this thread. You can't see it, but there's like 200 comments on every one of these threads because we just keep bumping it. We just keep using this one throughout the week. I spend a lot of time on this every week as a leader. I'm not going to lie, not on the graphics, but on updating the points and finding content to share with the team. But you know what? It's one of those questions that I ask myself, is this contributing to the vision I have for community? And it is. For my team, it is. It has definitely contributed to the community and my team. I love seeing my coaches rise up as leaders, new coaches, locking in their goals and being really freaking proud of themselves, for being on this board that I made on this free Pick Monkey thing. Being on this board to them is like, it like brings it all together for them. They're like, yes, I'm helping people. Those numbers represent people. I'm on the board. I'm like good enough. I can do this. It's like it validates so many like things that like are working against us as new coaches. So, I love watching other coaches like selflessly cheer another coach on. They have no personal gain from that. And so that says a lot about the person. When one of my PS coaches encourages another one, they have no gain, and they do it anyways. My team knows that I'm a top 10 coach because of them. And then they own part of that accomplishment, which is exactly how it should be. And, we truly can accomplish so much more as a team, than we can by ourselves. My team has shown me that over and over and over again. And, I think Team Beachbody in general is a perfect picture of that for us too, because we're all one big team. No matter what our teams look like right now, I encourage you to prepare for the community that you want to lead. That may mean preparing your YouTube channel now with resources and encouragement. Maybe no one even knows you have a YouTube channel, but they will. They will. If you start putting it in your welcome email or you put it in your pinned post or whatever your system is, they'll come eventually. That may mean that you have to create an email that you send to every single coach that joins your team. Maybe you just need to revamp it. Maybe it's time to revisit it and add a few things to update it. Maybe you need to start thinking about what your training system is going to look like. Start preparing little by little. This doesn't need to be something that you drop everything and create overnight. It's just something to have in the back of your mind, something that you move from the cookie cutter resources to more you, to more branding yourself, branding your team, what your team needs. And eventually you're going to have everything you need to support your new coaches. You'll need to tweak it and adjust it as you go, but you just get started and it develops. So, as I kind of close here, I wanted to kind of give you 3 things to think about. This is more just reminders, really, I think, more than anything. You guys are leaders, obviously. You guys are building amazing teams as we speak. But, start asking yourself if your time is being spent on something that is going to create a valuable resource. And if it's not, man, tighten up your business activities. Don't spend time on that anymore, or don't spend as much time on it. Number 2, ask yourself if the time that you're spending on that one thing, is it going to contribute to your vision of team community, or whatever your vision is, whatever is like the most important thing to you and your team, is what you're doing contributing to that? And if not, maybe move on to what will contribute to that. And then number 3, what can you do this week? This week, I think it's Tuesday. What can you do this week to prepare for your growing community? Is it a video? Is it 2 videos? Is it a pinned post in your group? Is it an email? What is it that you can prepare this week that's going to give you kind of one step closer to your version of like the complete package when you onboard coaches? What can you do this week to prepare for that? So I think that I am done with my part. So I think maybe I'll stop screen sharing. Is that okay? Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Lindsay, for having me, and Mindy. I hope this was helpful. Let me go ahead and stop screen share.
There we go. That was perfect. So you and I are going to bounce back and forth as we make sounds. But you see what I'm talking about? Do you see why she is amazing? I took tons of notes. And I forgot to tell you that smart people take notes, but I'm sure that you're looking at your notebook saying, dang, I'm smart. So that you guys took everything from that I did. That was incredible, Brittany. Thank you so much. Your team is absolutely blessed to have you. You're an amazing leader. You're an amazing friend, amazing influence in this network. So I appreciate you taking the time tonight to get on this call and rock it.
Thank you, and thank Wendy. Thank you, both of you, for the example that you set for people. Like, little do you know, you're going to become such great friends with people along the way, but you don't know that in the beginning. People are watching. So anyway, thank the both of you for all that you've done. So thank you guys.
We'll take that. We'll take that. We love you, girl, and thank you so much, and we'll see you really soon. All right, guys, thank you for getting on, and we'll see you in the group. I'll post the recording. Love ya.